Trump has been talking a lot about bringing back 100% bonus depreciation, which is really amazing because as real estate investors, right, one of the biggest benefits we get is the ability to take a paper write-off on the purchase price of the property. So a couple years ago, we had 100% bonus depreciation, which means we were able to write off 100% of a lot of the assets that are used in our rental properties. Currently, it's 40%. So in the media lately, President Trump has been talking a lot about bringing back 100% bonus depreciation, which really would be huge for real estate investors. So like a lot of our clients, it could mean slashing their tax bill by half, basically. That's how significant it is. So if you owed $100,000 in taxes, maybe you would only owe $50,000, right? So a pretty significant change. But the one thing I think people are getting wrong is, so the talk of bringing back 100% bonus depreciation, the information Trump has signaled is that he wants to bring it back effective January 2025. So that's really good news. But I think when investors hear it, a lot of them are thinking, well, maybe I'm not going to file my tax returns yet, and I'm going to instead file it later after he changes the tax law so that I will get 100% bonus depreciation. And the reason that that is wrong is because depreciation, whether we use 100%, 60%, 40%, it's not based on the law of today when you file your tax returns. It's based on the law of when the property was placed in service. So as an example, if you bought your rental property in 2024, the bonus depreciation you use will be based on the law for 2024. So in this example, if President Trump is successful and he does bring back 100% bonus depreciation, that would likely apply to properties that are put into service in 2025. So for those who have already bought rentals in 2024, that's not going to be eligible because that was a whole different year. And this is true regardless of whether you are doing cost segregation now for last year or you do it 3 years from now for last year. So the key thing for real estate investors to understand is that the law, whatever percentage bonus depreciation, is generally based on the year the property was placed in service and not the year of when you're actually filing the tax return. So there is a very, very small, almost non-existent possibility that Trump says, I'm going to bring back 100% bonus depreciation, and I'm not just going to bring it back to January 25. I'm actually going to bring it to January 2024. Okay, so that is a possibility, but very, very, very tiny. If that were to happen, then yes, for all the people who bought rental properties and put them in service in 24, they would be eligible for 100% bonus depreciation. Now, what's the reason that I say it's almost impossible to occur? Well, if you think about it, by now, a lot of people have already filed 2024 tax returns. I mean, not a lot of people, but many people have already filed. So if he were to reenact a change all the way back to that year, then all those people may have to file amended returns. And as we all know, a lot of people were laid off recently at the IRS. So with limited staffing, the question becomes who's gonna process all those amended returns. So this just to say that yes, it's a possibility that it could impact 2024 taxes, but very, very unlikely. And if we're unsure, I think at the end of the day, the investors, we just want to know, well, what should we do? You said all these things, maybe it happened, maybe it doesn't happen. Well, the one thing we can do is we can go on extension, right? If you're not in a hurry to file your tax returns, you don't need it for a loan, you're not waiting on a big refund, then maybe consider going on extension, because then that gives you more time to really just wait and see what law changes come out and what the effective dates are, and then be able to actually file the tax return. And I'll leave you with one last thing. The extension allows us more time to file tax returns, but it does not allow us more time to pay taxes. So if you feel like you owe taxes, you should still connect with your CPA and try to make an extension tax payment before the original deadline. And I know you might have questions on all the stuff I just said. So if you do, drop your questions in the comments below and I'll be sure to answer them. And if you like this video, as usual, please make sure to hit the like and subscribe button for more real estate tax tips.